mic check. Yo, what's up? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hell yeah. Mic check, mic check.
wanna change too. They tell me, boy, I think the money start to change you. Start save you, start save you. Never running through the city in the same shoes. Now
Dope. Thank you.
Anytime.
It sounds good though?
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Alright, sweet. And the mic is clear, pretty clear?
Yep.
Alright, sick. So what I need to do now is figure out how to like be able to switch between the GoPro and that, and then also the camera keeps shutting up because I'm like recording it onto a memory card, so I gotta figure out how to shut that off so it just streams and not records. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I have to figure out. But sweet, I can go live with this.
So cool.
Sick. Dude, this is like a get up right now. Sweet. Are you in bed? Like ready to go?
Yep.
Oh, Gilmore Girls.
Girl.
What is it?
Watching Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, not Gilmore Girls, sorry. Wrong girls.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
I'm not coming back to work. Huh? Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, thank you guys for your help for that. I do figure it out. Oh, that was pretty sick.
That was pretty dope.
Alright.
Alright, talk to you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Yo, what's up?
Wait, I didn't even have time to like fix my hair.
I mean, I didn't do anything either. What's going on?
Do I have like crumbs on me? Like, I don't.
Just eating in bed?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Who's that little guy? Or girl?
That's Charlie.
Charlie? Oh, Charlie?
This is Wyatt.
Wyatt? How old are they? Sorry, what was that?
I'm not in my room. I'm in my mom's room. It's mine's getting painted. So everything's a mess.
Yeah, are you painting it still?
Well, my brother took over today.
Yeah. That's good. Like, outsource that stuff. For sure.
Yeah.
That's
They
sick.
start it so that everyone can't stand like half painted rooms and then they finish it.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't like to not be able to like stay in my own room for a few nights. I'd be itching for that. That's sick. What else are you up to?
Trying to be human, but I think it's too late for that. So maybe tomorrow I'll work on that.
Yeah, give it another go. We have like a lot of time here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue watching shows. I kind of like that one I'm watching, like a little bit, but
The Strangers one? Yeah. I was gonna start watching a show last night, and then I got, like, so just, like, sidetracked in this other shit, and I'm like, didn't get
it is so
anywhere.
stupid because the stuff that I get sidetracked on isn't even, like, I just, like, sit there in my bed and, like, okay, well, now a whole night passed and I could have watched the show. So, The Strangers is good, but it's, like, kind of cheesy, but, like, we're in quarantine, so might as well watch it.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I had the first week of quarantine, this is, like, embarrassing to even admit, but, like, there was a show that I, like, just started. I didn't even know what it was about, and it was, like, there was, like, werewolves in it and shit like that, and there was 120 episodes, and I, like, had it
Wait, would
planned.
you watch, like, The Vampire Diaries or something?
No, it was, like, Grimm or something like that. Have you seen it? It was, like, not good at all, but I, like, am embarrassed that I watched all 120 episodes in, like, the first week and a half. I, like,
Okay,
did...
now I feel like I should.
What's that?
Now I feel like I should too. But you know what though? I feel like this is the time to be embarrassing with shows because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I was so bored. There's nothing else.
Right, totally. And it's like there's a there's no conscience at all, like guilty conscience, because
No.
you're like whatever.
No,
It's like
no one cares.
what else are you gonna do? Everyone else is watching shows. Yeah.
Also, it's crazy because we just like lost power for like 10 minutes.
That's like my
And
worst
now-
nightmare.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like if it goes back out, like it came back on, and it's definitely gonna go back out. And like, what does everyone do? Like honestly, it's like
Just
that's
charge
like
all your
Twitter,
shit
like,
right now.
Quarantine with what?
Just make sure all your shit's charged right now.
No, my phone is at less. My phone's at 4%.
Yeah. That's you live like me. I'm like, what am I at right now? I'm at 12, so that's good.
Okay,
I've got
that's
time.
actually, you know, that's
Double
that's a good
digits?
charge.
Double digits is like a good day.
That's rare.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like setting up, so I'm gonna go live either tonight or tomorrow DJing.
Oh, really?
Like I set up my entire gig. Like I've been like crafting up this whole thing in my room. It's
Wait,
insane.
let me see your stuff.
It's like a small studio. And then I have like cameras, all that gear.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You should. When are you gonna do it? Tonight or tomorrow?
I'm probably gonna do it tomorrow. I need to just like hammer out some of the audio issues that I'm having.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go live, and then it's just gonna be like, that's what I'm gonna be doing every night. I figured just like I want to like make people a little bit happier, and so like if I can just like play some jams and people like something to give them something to look forward to, like that's all I want. So
Someone in Colorado actually did that last. I'm like honestly, I don't know what day it is, but I think last night. And he did the DJing thing, and it was pretty cool. Like I think a lot of people aren't doing that. It's like super different, and like who doesn't like to just like listen to music? You can like pop it up while you're doing your own thing.
well, that's it. Like throwing it in the background. I've been doing that every night and like learning new music, pretty much every night from like these DJs all around the world, and I'm like, I just gotta do it. And also a lot of them have been doing like raising money for a cause. So I know like two of my friends who are artists are out of business right now, and they like potentially might like go completely out of business. So like I'm trying to see if I can like raise money for them like one night and like other like great causes. Like I know someone's doing the food bank. Like one night all proceeds go to the food bank or something like that. Just to like help out other places because like there's not much I can do from here. But if I can like create something that like
And bring awareness at least. Or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, and then like each night can be themed based on what that is. I don't know. My head's going crazy, so I need to figure something out.
I feel like I can see your gears turning.
Oh yeah. I'm a big like thinker. I'm always kind of just like, what's next? What's coming on? Yeah.
I'm like either I'm napping for like 4 days straight, or I'm like.
Yeah. Oh, there's like days where I just go and like people don't hear from me and they think I'm dead, and I'm just like, no, I'm out. I like tap out of technology, like go back to the basics, and like I like get up, shower, eat, and then I'm right back in bed for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are you like looking forward to most tomorrow then?
Tomorrow I'm gonna definitely have my room finished. That's like a big deal. And then we're going live
You're gonna like
tomorrow.
whip everyone into action to get it done.
Yeah.
I hear that.
And then tomorrow we're going live. So I think we're gonna use the horses. So like that's pretty exciting. The kids love that.
What are you gonna do with them?
So every Monday through Friday at 1:00, I do like live lessons. So today I used Rua, that wallaby.
Yeah.
And we talked about like marsupials and then chickens, different types of rabbits.
Oh, I'm definitely tuning into this tomorrow for sure.
No, because you're not gonna know where it's at.
I know. I can figure it out. I'll find out. I can get crafty with it and figure this out.
That's true.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out by tomorrow. 1:00. All right.
Except you won't really see me on it. You'll probably see my friend who's the owner, because I actually got talked to today. It is really awkward because it's really awkward too because the owner is like my good friend. And
You got talked to.
yeah, I got talked to because we can't have like jewelry on our face. She's like, Italian. She's like, you can't be the face of Sweet Meadow with like jewelry on your face. I was like, okay.
Wait, really? That's still a thing?
Yeah.
That's
I
wild.
know, it's so funny because she's like very conservative. Like so it actually got brought up today because my friend who's a vet tech.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a vet tech.
Okay.
So my friend, she came in to like check out the animals, and so she's single, like whatever. And so she was talking about how she's using the app now because obviously everyone is right now. Is there music on in the background?
No, I think that's like a car alarm going off. City life.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
So anyways, and then the owner, or our friend, just got engaged, and she's like older, and she's been like looking for somebody for like years. It's just been like crazy. And so then my other friend was like, yeah, I think like I'm okay with being single till like 35 and then like settle down later, whatever. So we were all talking, and then my friend was like, yeah, you know, Natalia, I think that your problem is that she's like very straight-laced, like very. And she was like, you know, she's like, I think your problem is that like you kind of scare guys away. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you know, like you're a little unique, like your face piercings and like. And I was like,
this is the older woman that said this?
Yeah, but she's like 33.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and she like I got like a tattoo on my arm, and she was like,
"What's your?" Yeah, I was gonna ask what your tattoos meant. That was gonna be my next question.
Which one?
I saw the one that's like right here.
Oh, that's a vegan symbol.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I got one like behind my arm, and she like died, like fell and died, and then it like shows in like the live, like I've been wearing a t-shirt, so I was like, oh shoot, and then I got talked to about this. I was like, come on. I was like, that's really a thing. Like people, like doctors have like sleeves and stuff. Like,
yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, that's like the old school. I was like so worried with my when I got this one. I got this one like 2 years ago, and I was so worried, and I had to tell my grandmother, and she like took it so amazingly. She was just like, whatever you want to do, like. I definitely want to get one with her. Like, she's still alive. She's, like, 94 years old. It's crazy. But if anything ever happens to her, like, just to, like, remember her, I want to definitely get one of her. Like, not of her, but, like, she, And I told her this. What's that? Yeah, she loves grapes, so I'd get, like, a grapevine. And there's a whole, like...
Oh, that's actually a really good one.
Yeah.
I think you can make that super creative.
Oh, yeah. I've got this wild idea. So, to, like, dive into it, she was, like... So I was raised by her, and she was dating this guy while I was like living with them, who was like a Renaissance man. Like the reason why I went to Italy and Argentina is because before he passed away, he told me those were his two favorite places. So I like try to like go in his like live in his footsteps. He was like mathematician, architect, like artist. He just like did it all. Loved music too, so that's where I think I got like my music love from. But he gave me when he went to Italy this like symbol that was like a Figaro, so it's like a fist like this, and he said like in a lot of like languages it's like fuck off, but in Italy it's like good luck, like a good luck symbol. So he gave it to me and I still have it, and So that always reminds me of him. And then my grandmother's like the grape leaves, and they were like the perfect, most ideal like couple that I've ever met in my life. Like they were just like complement each other and like support each other in such ways that like I've to this day I've never seen. So I like want to like symbolize that and like sort of like what ultimately I want to like find and like have it be that sort of like fist with a grape like vine intertwined around it, and then it's holding the grapevines. So like that supportive.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I want that like up here somewhere, close to my heart. So I told her about that, and she was like, "You don't have to get one for me. Like it's so beautiful, but you don't have to think of like." And I was like, "No, of course I won't." My dad freaked out when he found out. But it's a different story.
But it's so crazy. It's funny because my mom was always, I'm like kind of being quiet because my mom is like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like, yeah, it's crazy because my mom is like very, very, okay, ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very. And then all of a sudden she just like gave up and like, she was like, alright, I still love you, like you're such a good person, like you do you, I'll support you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's great.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know, I love that. My grandmother's super religious too, but she's just like has also taken it in such a healthy way where it's like do whatever you want, like believe in whatever you want. Do like if you want to get tatted up, go for it. I'm like, cool.
Just be a good person.
Totally. Yeah, that's what she taught me. Is like spread cheer and positivity in the world, and like that's my mark. And like that, I'm like cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's so funny too, like how people are like, and that's what I was trying to tell my friend Julie that, and I was like, Julie, I was like, what? I was like, hold on. You think that I'm single because I scared her away with the way I look? And I was like, and we're so different. Where like, she would rather like change herself, and like, and like date somebody.
Right.
And it was so funny. I was like, wait. And then you want me to date someone and then not be like artsy, or then show my artsy side and then it not work out because I was like, how does your mind think that that's normal? And that's just where we're different, She was like,
and honestly, that's where I feel like so many relationships like fail because they like try to like fit a mold or fit something else, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, like that's not sustainable. Like
and
eventually.
Then at what point do you like break out of yourself and you're like, oh my god, this isn't me.
Drive myself crazy. I'd go batshit. Literally.
There's no part of me that could do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. It's funny too, like how like much you change over time too, like. And yeah, I mean, like I think.
Hold on one sec. Hold on.
No problem.
No.
Oh yeah, go to dinner.
What were you saying?
Can't remember.
How much people change?
How much people change? Yeah, no, I think like 5 years ago, I probably would have like tried to fit a mold. Maybe 8. I don't know. Yeah, like I would have just been like, sure, whatever. Like, I'd want to be someone that someone else wanted to be with, and that's what I would like do. And then you quickly learn how that does not work at all.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck it. She's not either, but like, it's like,
no,
who
really.
cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's like finding your own truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like, yeah, it's just like on such a deep level. It's like with anybody, it's like finding your own truth and like sticking with that and being like, all right, like I would rather bring people around that accept you for who you are and admire that, and like if not, it's okay. I'm a one-man circus.
Totally. I mean, that's exactly why, like, I'm just, like, done my own thing and, like, kind of, like, just, like, wherever my heart is and wherever, like, my energy is going, I'm like, all right, that's where I need to be, I'm like, you get in this flow and you just feel like, you almost feel just like, this is my path I'm supposed to be on, and it's all based on, like, the energy that you, like, throw into the world, and it's, like, it's magnets, right, like, you put out good positive energy, you're gonna attract people that are, like, good positive energy, like, I truly believe in that, and that's where, like, for me, November Project is this amazing group of humans that are like, let's just like make people's day. So like when they're running by someone, they're gonna be the ones that are high-fiving, that are cheering people on, that are like not cliquey or anything else like that. And I've just been surrounded by that, and it's been more meaningful than I have ever given it.
And it's so crazy how like the people who aren't like that, once you stick with that certain positivity, like how people drop out of your life that shouldn't have been there.
Totally. Yep. Yeah. I mean, this is even probably like one of those instances too, where it's like once your daily routines are gone, like in this quarantine, like it's been amazing to see who I've stayed connected with and others that have just kind of fallen off and probably don't miss them at all. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, also, I feel like some of my friends have been, or not my friends, but like just like some people have been wanting to like FaceTime or like communicate and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm really digging just being with myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could FaceTime, but like, I'd rather just like sit and like journal. I don't know.
Yeah, and like,
or be my own thoughts.
And that's not a bad thing, right? I think I realized like the first week so I'm up at like 4:35 in my like previous routine. I'm up at like 4:30 or 5. I'm out the door, and like November project starts at 5:30 or 6:30. And like I teach like running classes at a local studio, and it's like Tuesday, Thursday I teach that at 5:30. I'm like, and then I have to open the yoga studio at 6 a.m. So I'm constantly up early, and then I'm like surrounded by people all day, and then I get home at like 9 or 10 some nights when I'm closing the studio, and I'm like, I'm just surrounded by people all day. Like, this is a great time for me to just be by myself. And I'm like, people are like, let's do this, let's have a call, and let's do drinks tonight. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm like just firmly saying no to people being like, let's just shoot for another time. Like, I'm not feeling it, and like not feeling bad about it.
And now it's like I'm just like honest, and I'm like, no, like it's just not gonna happen. Like it's like I don't want to waste a day feeling like you're looming over my head. If I could just be like, no, I'm all set.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny too because I'm always like a huge like FaceTimer, and like I'm like not really good at text. Like either I am or I'm not. It depends on my day. And
today was one of your on days, right?
What?
Today was one of your on days for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're crushing.
Yeah. You'll know.
Yeah. It's like it falls off tomorrow, and you're like, well. Yeah.
And what was I saying? Oh yeah, and so I've always been a FaceTimer, just like, you know those memes? Have you seen those memes where it's like, people make fun of people who like call still in like 2019 or 2020? Yeah, that's me. Like I would rather call. And it's funny now that like everyone's trying to like Zoom and do all these FaceTime things, and I'm like, listen, like I've already been part of that, so like this doesn't make me want to talk to you more.
Right, totally. If I wasn't texting you or calling you beforehand, I probably don't want to do it now that like Zoom's a big thing now.
Yes.
You know, one of my favorite things is because I FaceTime a lot of people, and so sometimes, and I was on a podcast and from a friend, and I put this out there, and then I started getting them all the time. I'm like, one of my favorite things in the world is to get a number that you don't know FaceTiming you, because then like they're like definitely committed into FaceTiming you and like know you, and if you don't have their number, it's like luck of the draw. Like, who are you gonna like answer? And you can't really be like, so it's one of my favorite things to do is like either call people FaceTime that I know don't have my number, or when I receive one, it's like Christmas morning. You're like opening up a package and you're like, whoa, what is this?
That's so
it's
good.
Awesome. Yeah. So I had a bunch of people FaceTime me after that I like didn't have their number saved or whatever, and it was like the best.
It was so good. Yeah, and like, and I think the thing too is like, especially with people like us, where like we're pretty animated people.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure we come across a little bit more animated than like a normal person in text, but like it doesn't cut it. Like there's so many times where I'm like, oh sorry, like you can't see my face, so like my text will be awkward back because I don't really have anything to say other than like my expression. You know what I mean?
Right. I can rap all day long if we're face to face and just like say stuff and like come up with stuff out of the blue, like observations, whatever. But then on text, you're like, okay, what do I say next? Is it the end?
Oh no, it's like where's the gift for crickets? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's obscene. It's like absurd. So yeah, I'm like not a huge texter. That's why and like even like phone calls, I'm like they're like the awkward, like you just don't see their face. Like, are they one? Like I'm just like nah, I'd rather just FaceTime for sure.
Yeah. Remember when FaceTime wasn't a thing? How did it?
I don't know. Remember when we were like the old bricks? I was cleaning out my like grandmother's like house like 2 or 3 years ago and found all my old bricks. I had like all these like different face covers and stuff for it. I'm like, yeah, this was the day. Like their Razr flip phones. I'm like, that's when stuff was good.
Oh my god, wait, the different
Like the Nokia
faces.
The Nokia things that you'd like clip on, and it was like every Friday night I'd go to the mall and like get a new face cover for that week and be like,
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that. I forgot about those.
yeah. They were great.
Wow.
It's fun. Those are fun things. I don't know what I used to do. I guess I was always hanging with friends anyways, so I like didn't really call people much. You know?
Or I just, yeah, exactly, same. Or I just, like, liked my me time.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like
like
my dog.
so interested to know like how, because I haven't actually like I like run a yoga studio but haven't taken like YTT at all, and I like have practiced a lot where I like have been in such a groove where I'm basically when I'm alone and meditating, or I'm like in this like very deep place where I'm just like I like my alone time. So I wonder if like I eventually want to get certified, but I'd be interested to see like how your experience was of just that whole thing.
YTT.
Yeah.
There's no words.
Totally.
I got really lucky. Because yoga for like YTT for most people is something like incredible, right?
Yeah.
But mine was like out of this world. Like people who I've talked to about YTT, like have never. Even my teachers were like, we've never seen a connection like this. Like all 15 girls, and then so it was separated so that the first 100 hours was like emotional based and like sorry.
Are they having dinner?
What?
Are they having dinner right now?
And they're gonna start in a few minutes. I'm just really waiting for the brownies, but
Totally. Sweet tooth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, it depends.
Yeah.
So we did our first 100 hours and just like working on ourselves, where a lot of people will do it like completely mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
So like it'll be like a little bit of like training for yoga, and then it'll be self work. Ours was so much self work. It was like absolutely like there's no words, and it made us so close and so trusting with each other. And then once we got into like the yoga work, it was like we felt so comfortable. Like for example, like my friend, she did the same program, but they had a different curriculum, and they weren't close. So when she had to like do the yoga teacher training part, she didn't feel as comfortable and like able to be herself and like training and teaching. Whereas we were all already besties, and so it was like, yeah, just unreal.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm like, so one of my like closest friends. So it's funny, like 7 years ago, I was volunteering at a yoga studio, just like my way to get free. I was like just moved back, and she was a studio manager, and I thought I hated her, like couldn't stand her. She was like and I tell her this to her face. I was like, she was such a bitch to me as a manager. And then we became like really close friends, and we actually have done a lot of like yoga run events together. And she's the one that's like, she's teaching in the studio now. So it's like, I'm like, tables have turned out. Now I'm running the studio, and you're like, but she's the one that like taught me like Kundalini and everything like that. And she's like my sister mom like mix. And she's just started her yoga teacher training sessions. She has her own curriculum and stuff like that. And it's so much more of that like deeper dive into like who you are, the energies. Well, I just did a 4-week. It just ended last week. A 4-week like digital series with her, and it was called The Awakening, and it was all about like there was like a breathwork class, a Kundalini class, a yoga class, and then there was like an open discussion, and there's 12 of us on there. I was the only dude, and it was just like setting like the framework of like, okay, this is what's going on with the energies of the world right now, and this like transition of like the full moons and like all this other stuff. Like, how is that impacting your day and how can you control that, and like knowing that you're like you're like big on astrological signs at all?
Hold on, wait. Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you.
No.
But it's
Go for
so funny because, and I should have known that you're. You hear my dog?
Yeah.
I should have known that because like, okay. You know what? Keep going.
No, you go. I'm enthralled right now.
Okay. No, it's not that good. But it's funny because there's like different types of yogis, like obviously, and there's like people who just do it because it's like a fad. There's people who do it because like they just want to, and whatever you do for you what you need, and like that's fine. But like, because I used to be one of those people, like right, like I didn't understand like the whole deeper part of it.
Yeah.
And like, and so when you were like, oh yeah, I'm a yogi, I was like, okay. And then like obviously I looked it up, and I was like, oh, you were okay, and your name came up.
Oh, did it? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm not a crazy person, but like with apps I am.
Yeah.
But anyways, your name came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like, so he is into yoga, because a lot of people be like, yeah, I do yoga, but like they don't. So what I wanted to ask is, in our conversation yesterday, I was supposed to be like, wait, what's your sign? But then I was like, if you ask that, if people don't know who you are,
totally.
you come off a little
And that's why I didn't want to ask you either, but I'm so big on that stuff, and I used to not be at all. So what sign are you?
So I'm a Taurus.
That's right now, isn't it?
That is. Are we still in Aries, or is it now? Is it now?
No, Aries goes to the 20th of April, I think, something like that.
Yeah. And then Taurus goes into later May. That's what it is.
So your birthday's coming up then.
Yeah.
When's that?
April 23rd.
April 23rd. Dope. That's like a week away. Insane. A quarantine birthday.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Really? I was not gonna guess that.
What were you gonna guess?
I don't want to tell you what I was gonna guess.
No, just go. And I want to know why too.
It's actually like a really bad sign.
Okay, tell me.
I thought you were a Gemini.
Why?
Because you have a lot of like Let me come back to that.
All right, cool. Yeah,
like,
I won't be offended too. You can just be like, because you're like, the Gemini's a twin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about it.
I don't know. You kind of had like that Gemini vibe, and I was like, and I was like, he says I'm a Gemini. He's a Gemini. Like, will he be offended if I like unmatch him?
Oh, totally. I'd be like, what the. No, but like Pisces, I'm a hard Pisces. Like I'm very. I think I'm right in the middle.
You're a total feeler.
Such a feeler. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and that's like where my passion comes from too, right? And my creativity, like I deep down.
So here's the thing. I actually don't know much about Pisces. The only thing is, I worked with I used to be a nanny, and so I worked with the Pisces, who was a little crazy. She's like very passionate, but she was also just crazy. So the only thing I know about Pisces
is that they're crazy.
No, I think she was just like. I think there's a little bit of like it's kind of like the nurture versus nature, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I think you are your genetics, and then your sign takes it from there.
Right.
But so I think she was just crazy, but because she was crazy, and then she was super passionate, it was like.
Yeah, some of them just don't match up, and you're like, there's no help for you. Like your sign and your genetics are just not matching up. It's like, see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. You're a Pisces?
Yeah, I'm that sort of like big dreamer, creator, like want to just like make everything happen, and so like there's like that's where I get into like a lot of trouble because I'm always like I want to please everyone, and like I'm trying to like make it, and so like a lot of times it's like selfless, but it's also like it's taxing on me. So that's probably like a big downfall of it, but and they get they're emotional, they're sensitive, they're like passionate.
You guys are more Pisces is more. So I get along really well with Cancers because they're like really emotional people, like all my friends are Cancers. But Pisces are more passionate versus Cancers.
They're more passionate, yeah. But I got a funny video. So this girl, Katie, you're like, you'll hear because she's like literally she sent me this video of Pisces, and it's like this like hilarious then she's like recorded it on her phone, so it's like 3 different things. But I'll send it to you because it basically summarizes what a Pisces is in 10 seconds. I just got this app called The Pattern. Have you heard of it?
Is it like a circle thing?
Yeah, like a wave type thing.
I'll have to look it up.
There's an Instagram. Yeah, it's kind of like a wave circle. So it's like almost like a brush stroke going around.
Yeah.
No. So this app is like it like gives you live updates on your stuff like all day. And sort of like the patterns in these times and these like cycles of where you're in. And so one of our other yoga instructors like introduced me to it, and you can like friend people and see what the matches are and like where they're at and where you're at and like what's happening and like the energies of the world.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
It's called The Pattern.
Pattern. Hold on. Hold on. You there?
Yeah.
The Pattern. Oh no, that's not the one I was. No, I haven't seen this one. Oh my god, I'm getting it.
It's pretty dope.
Why isn't it working?
It's one of those ones where you have to like, it takes into consideration like where you're born, what time you were born, like all those different things.
I think my Wi-Fi stops right now if it's not downloading. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay, it just downloaded.
Yeah, look me up once you jump in there.
Wait, should I? Does it wants to send me notifications? Yes or no?
You don't have to. I mean, you can. It pops up like at least once or twice a day with like here's your pattern. Here's your like stuff to look up to. I do just because it reminds me. It reminds me to check it out, or else I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I just went out this weekend and bought like a ton of plants.
Wait.
I'm a big plant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
I wish I was in my room right now.
What? I'm like, I love plants so much, and like most of mine died in the move, so I went out and just like went crazy.
Wait, okay. Have you been to Seed to Stem in Worcester?
What is it?
Seed to Stem.
No.
Okay, hold on. Finish this.
I have like a grow light and everything right now.
What?
I have a grow light right now and everything. Just like taking care of these babies.
Let me see.
Okay. So I just got that guy and then all of these guys.
They're so cute.
I know, and they're so fresh. But it's hard. I made this guy last night. It's a like pour over coffee machine.
You might have to send me a picture because it's
Okay.
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send it.
So I left a lot in Colorado because it was so hard, but I brought my main big ones. Okay, what's my birthday? April 23rd, 1991. Do you know your time of birth?
Yeah, I forget though. Like 9:30 or something like that.
Okay, but you actually.
Yeah, you put it in because it matters when there's like the rising moon. Do you know all about that? Like the rising moon.
Yeah. I do, but I don't have a lot of it. Okay, hold on. Wait, what's going on?
It's like a bigger, so Pisces is your like, or Taurus is your like main one, but then there's like the rising moon and the setting moon. It's like something else. Sun sign, rising sign maybe.
Your sun sign, your rising.
And that basically tells you like what sort of main one you are a little bit. So let me find out what mine is. Wait, you're on here?
Where?
Did you?
I'm just finishing. Almost. Okay. Show me my pattern. Wait. Wait.
What?
What is this? The first thing that came up says anxiety.
Right? Isn't that what you said too? Wait, what's your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
C-A.
Gotcha.
D-A.
Wait, C-A-D-A?
Yeah.
I
Can I
almost,
type it to you?
I almost sent the wrong one in.
Wait, what?
C-A-D-A-V-I-D.
How do you know that?
It just popped up. It stops you hard.
Wait.
Alright.
What do the instincts mean?
What do you mean? I'm trying to find it. Instincts. Where are you on?
Press your
home?
profile. Press your profile. Because mine came with confidence and anxiety and the growth thing.
Oh, my instincts are independent and restless.
Wait, mine would have the best thing is that my first name pops up was anxiety. That's hilarious.
Yeah, as we just talked about it.
Yeah, and yours is restless.
What's your growth?
My what?
Your growth.
Free and playful.
Oh, that's good. I'm visionary or unrealistic.
Oh my god, you were just saying that.
No, it's crazy. The app is wild.
No, it's so crazy for my instincts where it goes at your best, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so crazy because I am either, like, the most confident person or I'm, like, I was literally just saying that to you. Or I'm, like, wicked anxious. Okay. Okay, what are your challenges?
Challenges? Is that the frustrations and inadequacies?
It's right under the growth one.
Mine's driven and serious.
For challenges?
I mean, that's the one right under. Maybe I don't have any. It just says frustrations and inadequacies, driven and serious.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't have challenges.
Wait.
I'll send you a photo of it. I don't have any challenges.
No, listen. There's the instincts is the first one, and then there's growth, and then there's challenges.
I'm going to send you a screen snap right now. I don't have any challenges. I mean, that's kind of fitting, you know.
That's so funny. Mine's so on point. Remember when I told you I have my problem is self-doubt?
Yeah.
Challenges, feelings of inadequacy.
That's wild. This thing is insane. How accurate it is. Look, there's no. We got nothing.
Wait, gross. Wait, instincts, growth, frustrations, and inadequacies. Hold on. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Okay, you don't have challenges.
Apparently, this app just knows me way too well.
Wow, okay. Relationship experiences.
Relationship experiences. Fears and hesitation.
Okay. Mine's nurturing and loving.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. Should I look at it?
If you click it, it gives like more.
That's so on point. This is so crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wow, that's so crazy. This is so wild. That's like crazy.
Doesn't it make you just like kind of feel like helpless because because you're like, well, I don't have control over this.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
You're like, this is just who I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay. Relationship experiences. Did you get that one?
Relationship. That's fears and hesitations.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, that's so interesting. Fears and hesitations. Hold on. Mine's unpredictable. Wait, what the hell? I got so many. Relationship experience. I got nurturing, loving. Wait, what does this mean? I got unpredictable or unique. And then I got romantic and impractical. What the fuck?
Well,
Jeez.
there's one that's like ideal partner traits, and then there's relationship experiences.
No. I have 3 relationship experiences, and then I have 1 ideal partner traits.
What's your ideal partner trait?
I could have told you this in a second. Nurturing and loving.
Okay, yeah. Mine's exciting and inspiring.
Wow, I feel like I would know that in a heartbeat. Yeah. I feel like the inspiring one doesn't surprise me.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your long-term relationships, what works best is being with a partner who's independent and adventurous. These types can take you places you've never imagined, expand your mind and your life experiences. They're independent and won't depend on you to take care of them, which complements your own need for freedom and exploration. You're together because you want to be, not out of insecurity or desire to play some kind of role. Ideally, yours is an equal partnership between 2 unconventional free spirits. That's so spot on.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Like, literally every one of my, like, past relationships have been, like, that sort of, like, very, like, superficial.
Wait.
That's wild.
That's so crazy. Wow. This is so cool. Okay, and then there's...
And they change, like, every day. That's the thing. It keeps you, like...
Let me see. At work and in the world, intense and passionate, yeah. Okay, what's your timing thing here?
What's what?
Hold on, and then... Oh, and then if you click on, under your profile, at the top, under your picture or whatever.
Oh, your timing, so, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, it looks like I have 6 months left to face my fears.
That's one of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, what is
Oh my
this?
god, I'm gonna text this to my friend right now. This is so cool. It's like, I don't even want to, like, talk to you, like, even if you're, like, a new friend. I'm like, no. Let me see your app first.
Totally. This is like the new Hinge. Like, you gotta, like, match on this first before.
What is it called? My Pattern?
I think it's just called Pattern. Or the Pattern. It's wild.
Wait, this is so
So
cool.
then we can, I think.
And then what?
How do you do this? It's like letting you accept. So I can then, like, you can kind of, like, compare each other.
Is it the romantic bubble at the bottom, right?
That, but there's also, like,
It goes romantic. Oh, or friends. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I'm trying to, like, for some reason, like, won't let me add you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You have 88 days left of house cleaning.
You can see me.
Yeah.
Wait, like, won't let me. Maybe I gotta get out of the app and get back in it. Oh yeah, that's wild.
What?
That you can see everything.
Yeah, I just realized that.
You're like, oh damn. I'm like, what do I have on there? That's sick.
Quick, delete. Oh, I can see. If I click on yours, that's where it says somewhat similar but mostly different. You and Chris. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is what I click what I just clicked.
Oh yeah.
You both may seem to be in your head a lot. I am always in my head.
Wait, that's what yours says?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. That's good.
What part?
I think we're. I think it says. I think they're different because mine doesn't say anything about being in the head, being in our heads.
Wait, which one are you looking at? What part? I want to look at it.
It's the, like, somewhat similar but mostly different.
Okay, let me see. Does yours start with no, excuse me. Does yours start with you and Chris likely have different approaches and perspectives?
Yeah, it may not be obvious or a problem between you.
Let me see. Let me read this one. Wait, I didn't read this one.
This is like therapy in a app right here.
You know, isn't it? It's so good.
Yeah. Honestly, I started therapy like a year ago.
Yeah.
Just like weekly, I go and just chat about whatever. It's like one of the best things I've ever done.
It's unbelievable, and it's so funny. Don't you want to laugh at people who are like, "I don't need therapy"? I'm like, no. Because you just said that, you do. You definitely do.
Totally.
Everybody needs it.
And honestly, 2 years ago, that was me, and then I finally was like, all right, let me do it. And the woman I had first was like terrible, and we like didn't get along. And then a friend of a friend was like, I think you should go to this person. And so I started like going outside the like city to the North Shore for her, and she's like incredible. She's like this like leading author and all this stuff. and I've been seeing her for like a year every day or every week. It's awesome. I like it's tomorrow, and I'm like can't wait for it. I'm like dissecting like what the hell's going on. So
Wait, it's so true. I used to get so excited. I say used to because I don't have one here.
Yeah.
I just moved back in
February.
February.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't finish reading it. I got distracted. Hold on. This is so cool. Wait, whose Pitbull is that?
What?
Whose Pitbull is that?
That's one of my good friends. That's like my dream dog though.
It's really cute.
It's a what kind of? I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. Stafford Terrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like the day I get a dog, that's gonna be my dog. They're so cute as puppies too.
Oh no, they're actually the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
Yeah, they like their eyes and just everything. So.
Yeah.
I
like the gray. I like the blue nose ones. That gray one.
Yeah. So that's like the Stafford. The blue Stafford is like absolutely like what I want.
You're back. Oh, so sorry.
No, I was looking at it too for a while. The blue Stafford, and I kind of like have always wanted to do this so again, like I'm a big like hip hop junkie, and so I've always wanted to get a dog and name it Fife Dog, or just Fife, because one of the A Tribe Called Quest members was Fife Dog. He called himself Fife Dog, so I like want to get a dog that's named Fife.
Wait, that's really cute.
And then and just be like, yo, Fife Dog, let's go.
That's so good.
And like anyone that knows hip hop would be like, that's awesome. And then it's just also a great
and then
name.
That just goes over your head. Like it just went over my head, but that's okay.
Yeah, and Fife is still a great name, you know.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Phife. Fife.
Pife.
PH, so it's Fife.
Oh.
PH. PH. Fife. It's awesome.
That's really cute. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Come here. Why? Come here. I know. Come here. Place in front? No. What? Place.
How old?
He's in me 4.
He's 4.
What?
That's awesome.
Come. Good boy. Place in front.
Oh. What a muffin. Check that. Oh. I like really wish I had a dog right now.
Oh yeah. I don't know people are living without animals right now.
I'm like going crazy. My grandmother.
Every day it's like we all sit in the living room and we just like watch the animals and we're like, oh my god, like it's like a cartoon playing of it.
Oh yeah. How many do you have up there?
In my own house?
Yeah.
I have 3 dogs.
Yeah.
So my mom has 1 dog and then I have 2.
Okay.
But in total, so we have 3 dogs here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 2 dogs. I have a cat. What else do I have? 2 goats. 1 rooster and 1 chicken.
That's sweet.
So 2 chickens.
And you always have those? That's so rad. That's like my dream.
So like Joey like sleeps with me. He's my rooster. He sleeps like in my bed.
Does he really?
Yeah.
What? No way. I don't believe it. I need a photo of that.
Hold on.
I got like...
Okay, accept it.
I've got like old like 90s or old like 70s songs stuck in my head right now. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's legit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's so freaking cute. He's adorable.
You got like a farm in your bed.
Always.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've always wanted to like have a farm or just like animals like that, just like galore, and then to like go out there every day and just kind of like get to chill with them. Like, tell me that's not the best start to the day.
No, it is. Except for like when they get up too early and like they want their hay and I sleep in and they're just screaming and my neighbors can hear it. But besides that, it's like a good time.
It's I mean, so it reminds me. So I lived on a farm for a few weeks in Costa Rica, and it was in I forget what part of town it was, but basically like the population was like 35 people, and the family I was staying with didn't speak like a word of English, and the wife had never been outside the town, so she knew no more than 35 people in her entire life. Like that's how like out there it was. It took me like 8 hours to drive there, and like the last 2 miles took like an hour just because the roads were so bad. Yeah. And they call it like the chocolate factory, so he owned like an entire chocolate plantation. So he was doing like the cacao like plants, and so I like stayed out in like an open air bungalow. It was like 3 weeks, I think, 4 weeks, and every morning I'd get up there and I'd like go and like start hacking weeds with him and like taking care of his monkeys. He had these monkeys, and we would go on these like excursions, and he would tell me all about the land and being like, this tree has been around for like 600 years and like all this kind of stuff. He just knew the land so well because he grew up there and it like has been passed down generation. So he had all these stories from like centuries ago that have just been passed through his family, and I was like, this is the coolest thing. But he had like chickens and everything like that, and like every morning I'd be like up with the roosters and just being like,
Wait, hold on. Did you say he had monkeys?
well, like it was just there was a ton of monkeys. He didn't like they weren't his monkeys, but the monkeys were just kind of.
But there were monkeys there.
Yeah, all the time. All over the place.
Wait, I'm sorry, the eavesdropping. Oh, they're just talking about Corona.
That whole thing. Yeah.
Well, that's actually a place I really want to go, Costa Rica. A lot of people told me that I would love it.
It's incredible.
How long did you go there?
Been there twice. So I was there for 3 weeks back like a few years ago, and then I just went last year for 2 weeks. It's great. It's incredible. Like surfing's there, like all along the coast, and then I went into the rainforest part, and that's when I stayed for like the first time I went into rainforest, surf for 1 week, and then like 2.5 weeks in the like bungalow in this chocolate factory, chocolate plantation, whatever, and then the last time I went was just on the beach, like surfing and stuff. But there's monkeys everywhere, like on the beach. It's insane.
Okay, no one has ever mentioned monkeys to me. That's why I was like, wait. I'm sorry. You're like talking about it, and this is great now, but monkeys?
Yeah, and I mean, there's a ton of iguanas, which are kind of cool. You see a ton of those, and they kind of get old. But the monkeys are the coolest thing in the world. And there's all different types.
Do they come close to you?
Some of them will. I mean, it depends on like where you find them, but you can hear them howling, like the howler monkeys. You hear them every night. You see them getting in like into shit and like into garbage, and like they're so smart. So they like will like toss stuff over. They'll like climb in yards. It's wild.
Wait, I've watched the what is it? Is it monkeys? I think it was monkeys. I forget where it was. It's like this documentary of like or this like YouTube video of these monkeys, and people like left. Oh, it was on some beach. Oh my god. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me show you. He just got neutered.
Oh, it did?
So anyways, these monkeys were on a beach or something, and like people left alcohol there, and they like are so smart that they would just drink it, and they were drunk little monkeys.
Yeah, it's incredible. They're so smart. It's wild.
I'm gonna look up Costa Rican monkeys.
I'll send. I like have some videos of them. I'm sure too.
Send me some videos.
Yeah. They're so rad. I like had a dream to like go down there and like just be a beach bum and just DJ at night on the beach for people at the bars, and then just like make my money there, and then be able to surf and like run out in the rainforest every day. Like I would wake up, go for a run in the rainforest, and then be able to like jump on the beach for the afternoon, surf, have amazing food and fruit, and it was just like, this is my life. And then I was just like, how would I make money? I was like, I could just DJ at night and just get enough because everything's so cheap down there.
Everything's so crazy cheap down there, and it's like also hold on one second. What are we watching the show? Jonathan, are we watching the show?
Well, we're gonna finish the heist and then we're gonna watch it.
Wait, how long's the heist?
15 minutes.
No one wants to watch that. Wait, Chelsea! Well, do you want to watch a show? What about these brownies?
The most important part.
I've been waiting for these brownies since like 2 p.m. and they're nowhere to be
You're
seen.
not even gonna eat dinner. You're just gonna go right for the brownies.
That's what I just heard them talking and really, she's not gonna eat dinner. She's going straight to brownies.
Yeah, dude, that's the way to do it. Quarantine life right there. There's like no one can judge on that.
Alright, I'm gonna go and try to make them brownies.
Okay, cool.
I'll text you.
All right, cool. It's good to see you.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, me too. Bye.
Yo, what's up? Hour and 25 minutes. We just chatted.
What?
Hour and 25 minutes. She just chatted, and then her parents came in and were like, "Are you gonna have dinner with us or not?" She's like, "Okay, I gotta go."
She lived with her parents?
She just moved back from Denver in March.
Where?
Where does she live? I don't know. She's her parents are speaking Spanish, so I know she's probably good. Another. It's like Jesse. It's crazy.
That's not good.
Huh?
I mean, she can't be exactly like Jessie.
She's not. No, she's not. I mean, like, there was no. She volunteers and works on a farm, and her family has like, literally like, she has 2 dogs, and then so that she had to bring them with them, and then I like heard something like, "Is that a rooster?" She's like, "Yeah, we have a rooster in our house." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, he just like usually sleeps with me in the middle of the night." I'm like, "It's wild."
What?
They have like a huge farm. They do.
He sleeps with her?
He sleeps with her. Yeah. She's
That's
like,
fucking weird.
she just sent me a video. She's like, "Yeah, it's just like our rooster that like comes and jumps in bed." It's like,
What the fuck?
no, she's cool though. But she was telling me like why she got into yoga and what she, like she was like first while like doing like yoga for fitness, and then kind of just like found the deeper meaning of it. And the training she went to was like through a small local studio, and they more did like a deep dive into emotional. Like the first 100 hours were just like an emotional like flex pretty much. And so she was like, I just like got really deep. And so when you said you were like yoga, like you like yoga, I just figured he was just like one of those guys. But then talking to you, you have like such a deeper emotional level of that.
That's what she was saying about you?
Yeah, and then I told her about you and then how you got me into it and how I'm your boss now and shit like that. How the tides have flipped.
You gotta stop talking about me on your date.
I know. Well, I figured like, cause she was like, I created your Instagram and your Facebook last night just to figure out. She's like, this is my first time on an app. Like, I'm just like sketched out with this kind of shit. So I'm like, this guy, something's gonna be wrong with this guy. She's like, what's your biggest flaw? And I was like, biggest flaw. I was like, I don't know about that, but I was like, I get super fucking passionate about it, and sometimes I'm like blinded by like other things because I'm like so invested into like other people, and I don't take myself what I need. So okay, fair enough. Yeah, it was good. I mean, we chatted, and she was like smiling, giddy the entire time. So
That's good.
yeah, and she's like, oh, let's do this again tomorrow. I'm like, for sure.
Whoa.
You want to hear this? I like went out and got all my stuff. I can now stream live. DJ Dukes.
What is that gonna do?
DJ Dukes.
I don't hear anything.
DJ Dukes. Well,
Where's
once you're plugged in, here, you want to plug me in? I'll plug you in. Watch this.
Did you just ask me to plug you in?
Oh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
No.
Relax.
You keep asking me.
So you can hear me.
You're like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And I'm like, no. gonna be pissed that you're DJing? Are you sure?
I'm wondering why it's not. Maybe FaceTime doesn't work with this output. Do you hear that?
No, just
Can you hear the music?
yeah. But I feel like this is coming from.
Yeah, it's not coming through the song. Do you hear that scratching? I'm like addicted. I like learning to scratch. Two different songs.
Are you gonna go live?
DJ Dukes. Yeah, I already tried it on there. Like, look at my setup right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have these lights that I'm gonna hang down from there. So in the background, you just see like the lights from that post. Look, this is my setup right now. I have like cameras. I have like more mics.
Dude, look at you.
I have like a small studio right now.
Do you love it?
Yeah. But did you know this song and this song are the same? So Prince came up with this one. Cool and the Gang found this one. I can't match them right now, but I have to rework them. But once they're rematched, you can hear it. Questlove taught me that last night.
I'm glad you're learning so much.
See, like, they're like,
I just want to tell you something.
what's that?
Less is more.
With what?
There's like so much happening. You're like scratching, you're mixing in, you're adding some other symbols. Wait, did you purposely do that? Like,
Yeah.
because I was buzzkill.
Yeah. Less is more. Boom.
That was awesome.
I can do some fun things. I'm learning. DJ
That's
Dukes.
great.
Yeah, I streamed to YouTube, and I had Mackenzie Kens check it out, and she's like, "It sounds dope." I gotta like rework my system because like the camera doesn't see me, so I'm gonna have my camera,
Let's see.
and then this is gonna be my phone's gonna be for Instagram Live, so I'm gonna be directing people to YouTube because it sounds better, and then it's better quality. So I'm gonna try to like bring up my YouTube following.
When are you gonna go?
I have to figure out a few things. So one of the things is like right now I'm recording to my camera, so I can only get like maybe 45 minutes of that. I'm trying to figure out how to like not record but bypass my like I'm trying to have it just stream the video rather than like
Yeah.
recording it to a memory card. Or else I have to get like a $150 memory card to like just store it all, which I don't want to do.
Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a way, but it's more money than I want to do that, so I'm trying to figure out. Trying to go the cheapest I can. Everything is good. Everything's been cheap. It's dope.
Are your plans good?
Great. This is the plant light right there, so I spend half the day over there on them, and then half the day on the other one, and then I shut them off at night so that they have like this night cycle.
That's good.
Yeah.
What do you do the rest of the night?
Huh?
What are you gonna do the rest of the night?
I don't know.
Now that your date's over, you called your other chick.
I don't know. Make dinner maybe?
You haven't eaten yet?
I had a sandwich earlier this morning, but that's it. I have artichoke. Maybe we'll make artichokes.
How do you make them?
In the oven.
Like whole ones?
Yeah. You marinate them, like oil them up a little bit, like put some seasoning on there, and then you let them roast for a while. And you just kind of
How long do they have to roast?
35 minutes.
Man, that's late.
Go for a run tomorrow. Feeling good. That was
Is
great.
it gonna be a nice out?
I don't know. That day was good. I think. I don't know.
Hey, you're getting out there. That's what matters.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Your FaceTime video quality is not good.
Really? Is it because
Yeah,
of the
you're
light?
fuzzy. It's better.
Maybe because I'm on this. What the hell is this? I just hit something by accident. What just happened? Alright, there
What did you do?
we go. As I was like going out to like check the Wi-Fi, something popped up, and I hit that by accident. So I was like, "What's going on?" I nude, yeah. Yeah, already sending news to John. Jump right in.
What?
You're ready to jump right in, you know.
Straight to second grade. I'm thinking I might.
Hey, there's no guts in here.
What's that?
I just want to know who wore it best. I'm so proud. You are. Alright. Here's our sleeping setup.
Mic check. Mic check.